Cricket South Africa, players, staff and the general public are gathering at Joy-Jozi in Rosebank to watch their beloved Proteas take on India in the final of the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup. Stacey Holland is amongst the crowd and is about to tell us what is happening there. Stacey, the game's still delayed, but what's the atmosphere like?
A very good afternoon to all of you, and you're joining us live from the Cricket South Africa watch party in Rosebank in Johannesburg. We've been covering the fact that it is the 13th edition of the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup. The toss was meant to happen at 11:30 a.m. South African time. It actually just got underway right now. South Africa won the toss and they elected to field first. To talk to us about the permutations and what's been happening thus far, we have Marsha Letswalo joining us. She's a former women's Proteas bowler. So we just saw the toss occurring. The Indian captain, Harmanpreet Kaur, was just sharing her insights. I didn't manage to get anything except for the fact that Laura Wolfart was saying that this is going to suit them. They'd like to chase later on. What are your thoughts?
100%. I think the toss went in our favor, and for the fact that we've got a strong bowling lineup, so I really back the girls that they'll do extremely well today.
Yeah, we didn't see what the reduction in overs was. I don't know if we ultimately got wind of that, but we knew that as this was delayed due to the rain, that was most likely going to be a calculation. We were just hoping that it wouldn't be a case of going to the reserve day tomorrow.
100%. I mean, the fans are here. Everyone is here to cheer the girls because we definitely back them, and we wanted the game to take place. And thank God the covers are off and the game is going to take place, and we back our girls.
Now, you mentioned the covers because this is what it's been like for us for the last 1.5 hours: is covers coming off, covers going back on, covers coming off. As that's happened, it's affected our anxiety. What were the girls going through all the way there in India?
Like, obviously the nerves are there, but like the captain mentioned something at the pre-post conference that, you know, the team that stays calm is definitely going to be the one that's going to take the trophy. And I believe our girls are calm, and obviously they were waiting for the rain, obviously the covers to be off. So yeah, definitely backing our girls.
What would they be doing to keep calm, do you think? Like, give us a sense. You've been in this space. Give us a sense of what was going on there. Were they making jokes? Were they laughing? Were they, you know, what were they doing?
Definitely making jokes. The likes of Jafta.
I was just going to say, Jafta was definitely making jokes.
100%. Probably there's making jokes there and probably having coffee or just to try to calm themselves. And I know for sure that Marizan Cup will be at her own place where, like a reserved place where, like, she'll just want to, you know, focus on the game and
get in the zone.
100% get in the zone. Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think? What are you making of what's going to be happening now that play is about to get underway? Just give us some insights and analysis, because it's been very difficult to do so thus far.
100%. I mean, like, for the fact that the covers are out, surely, obviously, the girls are looking forward, obviously, to the game, and hopefully the weather does not actually interrupt us. But I don't think the covers will be back on. So I think the girls must just, you know, bowl them out quickly so that, you know, we can get it on the way so that the girls can, depending on what they'll be chasing. But I strongly believe that probably they can even restrict them, not more than, let's say, maybe 250, because definitely our girls are capable of chasing the highest total. Like we just saw what happened in the semi-finals, like they chased the highest total. And, you know, credit should be given to the skipper by leading the troops, if I may put it like that, because like she actually led them well. So yeah, definitely backing our girls, and we hope and we know that they will actually definitely bring it back home.
It's quite a flat pitch, quite a flat track. There's two things that I want you to speak to: is that pitch, as well as the Indian crowd. They're quite a crowd. They're quite a formidable crowd. In fact, I think it was Jemima Rodriguez that was saying that if it wasn't for the crowd, she wouldn't have pulled through against that semi-final, with that semi-final against Australia.
Correct. And it just actually reminded me, I'm just reflecting back because we just played with India in Malaysia under 19s. So the crowd was actually like, you know, we're not actually playing with the players, we're actually playing with the crowd as well. So today, as you can see, it's actually packed, like it's incredibly packed. So the girls, they know they've been in this situation before. So I'm going to back them because they've played with India in India and they've beaten India in the group stages. So I'm definitely backing the girls.
I think that's so important that they've beaten India in this tournament. They needed that specific win. They lost to England, then overcame. They lost to Australia, but they still managed to overcome. Obviously, India getting rid of Australia there. But again, just as a bowler, Tell us quickly about what you make of this pitch in Navi in Mumbai.
Obviously, it's going to be a little bit slow. Definitely, our girls must not miss their lines there. So I think I beg the girls, and obviously spin is going to come into play. Surely we do have the likes of Mlaba, and we've seen what Marzan Kapp is capable of. I mean, she just put off a good, perfect spell by the time they were playing with England. With England. So definitely, I'm backing our pace bowlers actually, just to stick with their lines and and not try some fancy things. Just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure they would have adjusted their game plan while we were waiting, if it needed to be adjusted. I'm sure they would have made these decisions while we were waiting. And that's just what they've got to stick to ultimately.
100%. I mean, they do have the best coaches, the best support, obviously, and I mean, credit should be given to Coach Mandla as well. So I have a feeling that by the time they were waiting, some of the girls probably were reflecting on how are they going to approach this game going forward. Yes.
There was a song that we used to sing, Rain, Rain, Go Away, Come Again Another Day. And that's what we're all going to be singing. We want this match to stay on track. It started, as I mentioned, 1.5 hours after the anticipated toss. We're just hoping that South Africa is going to be able to make history. They've never been to a final. That's a goal that you had, actually, right?
Correct. I have a feeling our girls are going to make us proud today.
Yeah.
By speaking of it, I'm even having goosebumps. That's how excited, and I'm looking forward to today's match.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we're going to leave it there. Marsha Letwalo, she's a former Proteas bowler, just giving us some insight analysis. Ultimately, though, we're going to have to wait and see what happens because we've been waiting almost 2 hours for this game to get underway. The 13th edition of the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup taking place in India and Sri Lanka, but the final is taking place in Navi in Mumbai. It was affected by heavy rains, heavy downpours. We're hoping now that the rain is cleared, that the pitch is drained, that it will stay this way, that we won't have to end up going to all the other cricket calculations and permutations of reductions of overs, and then ultimately that reserve day for tomorrow. We're going to have to wait and see, but ultimately we're giving the Proteas women all the best of luck all the way from Rosebank in Johannesburg with Cricket South Africa at this watch party. From me, Stacey Holland, as well as Marsha Letwalo, it's back to you guys in studio.
Stacey, thank you so much for that. We'll dip in again a little later on.